Being a competitive bodybuilder is not easy. I guess it's like being a professional sportsman. Any sport is hard, but anything is achievable. Everything in life is achievable if you have discipline, focus. You've got a job to do. The sad thing about being a bodybuilder is the general public tend to think we just sit at home and just stuff our faces. They don't realize how much work goes into being a bodybuilder. We'll crank it up slightly. If you're the strongest bodybuilder in the gym, don't mean you got the best body. We're going to keep driving on and get this workout done. Today we had the new Hooks gym in Park Royal. Definitely the best fighting gym in the country. Also a gym with plenty competitive bodybuilders. So we're going to be doing a shoulder workout today. So come in and join me for a bit of blood, sweat and guts. We're going to do quite a big workout today. Now, shoulders are a pretty small muscle group. There's no need to do many sets, but I do blast my shoulders every other week, and today happens to be that day. Shoulders consist of 3 sort of muscle groups, front, side and rear, and we'll be targeting all 3 of those today, so I hope you enjoy the workout. Before we start the workout, just thought you could get a close view of the shoulder in the relaxed position before it gets pumped. I'll just try and flex it slightly so you can get a view of what it looks like in the relaxed position. First exercise, important to sit straight up, arch your back, chest up, head up, and keep it slow, keep it tight. Give it a big squeeze at the top here. Nice stretch at the front. Notice I pull the rope out, past my head. Big stretch on the last rep. From there we move on to the ease air bar, upright rows. I use these figure 8 straps for grip. They definitely help with hanging on to the bar. I'm not using a lot of weight here because this is actually a warm-up set. Generally using light weights. I use heavy weights on compound movements, but on this it's pretty light weights to get as much. I'm trying to get detail out as I've got a show coming up shortly. So, but also for injury purposes, I try to keep it fairly light, but controlled, strict. This targets the front of the delt, and as opposed to the other movement we just done, which hits the traps and the rear. Notice my hands like a claw, and I pause at the top, keeping the arm as straight as possible, up and down. I'm hoping you can see the muscle working in the front delt. back straight, head up, chest up. Both movements 12 reps each. The rep range slightly different pre-comp, 12 to 15 reps. Generally 12, but if I get to 12 and I feel like I've got a bit more fuel, I'll push on to 15. If I get to 15 and I've got more in the tank, invariably the weight's too light. So ideally 12 to 15 reps maximum. Again, really important, keep your back straight at all times. Try not to swing and open the rope as wide as possible, pulling it in the direction of your face. You'll notice the lines in my traps when I do the movement. It also creates a lot of detail on the rear delts as well. Sit back slightly, chest up, arch your back. Big squeeze there, really important, keep it tight. Keep it tight till the end. I don't know if you can see already the difference in my traps from just doing 3 sets. Gonna stick on the same weight, yeah? That rope movement, I increased the weight by 2 plates. But again, as I preach always, weight is not the key to mass gains. The form is the key to no injury and to gains. So it's 2 in 1. Keep your feet apart, create yourself a good base. Keep it slow. You can see the lines in the front of the delt coming out there. Hopefully it's clear. And that's the muscle group we're targeting with this movement. Bringing out the striations is obviously what I'm aiming for. So I won't be increasing that weight. That feels perfect the way it is. Any heavier, my form's going to slack. And that's the last thing I want. So I'll be cranking the weight up on the rope pulls and leave that the same. People, again, my famous words, H2O is the key. Get as much water down your face as possible. Bring a bottle with you, prevent you walking to the fountain as an excuse to not drink water if you've got to walk and find it. That's for hunters, African hunters. Not from Africa, but we're fortunate we have bottled water these days, you know, so. No, there's no swinging, just using the shoulders, yeah? time for good measure. Because this is a big shoulder workout day for me, you'll notice the workout consists of quite a bit of supersets, like I'm doing now. It's not something I do every week. It only happens every other week when I'm blasting my shoulders. And like I said, today happens to be blast day. That's burning already. Try not to rest too much at the bottom. Keep the blood flow. Oh, yeah. Again, I'm sure you can notice the difference. I can certainly feel the difference. See the lines in the traps there? That's the rope movement that brings out that detail and striations. If you can see it there. So it's only the beginning and I can see a big difference. So we've got one more working set yet to do and we'll move on to a compound movement. Also don't have a certain rest amount between sets, especially now pre-comp. I've got 2 weeks to go, so I've been on 0 carbs for 11 weeks, so I rest as long as I need to. I find the more water I drink, it actually helps with my endurance and gives me spurts of energy. So sometimes I take a minute of rest, sometimes I take 30 seconds, sometimes a minute and a half, but I wouldn't rest for too long, not 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, because then you want to keep the blood in the muscle, and if you rest too long, obviously you're going to lose the pump, and then you start from the beginning. So there is no certain rest period, but doesn't mean you can sit and have tea with your mates, chatting all day. You know, you've got a job to do. Last set, yeah. Breathe. Halfway there. Right. Again, notice the claw movement on my hands, almost like a hawk's claw, if you want to call it. that's those two movements done. You can see all round pump actually hit, with this movement you've hit the front, a bit of the front, the rear and the traps, and that's obviously hit the front, solely the front. So really we've hit all three muscles on the shoulder with just these two movements. So that's why I say there's no need to blast the shoulders because they're a small muscle group. But today I will be doing quite a bit extra, which is not usual. So come on over, we're going to do a compound press movement now. This is going to be a compound movement, dumbbell press. It's actually called, I think, the Arnie press. And I'll show you how it's done. Nice and slow. Roll it to the front, up to the top. This movement targets the whole shoulder. Also important when you do this movement is to keep it neat. You'll notice my arms sort of in a box shape out there, arms parallel to the ground, 90 degrees, straight up movement, back to 90 degrees and close. Keep it tight, not sloppy, nice and neat, and keep it slow. This is the only compound movement I'm doing today. Some training sessions I'll do a front and back shoulder press on a barbell, and today we're just doing this as a compound movement. Again, I'm trying to get as much detail, striations out of my shoulders, so that's what I'm aiming for today. That felt okay, pretty light, so we'll crank it up slightly. If you're using a 90-degree bench with a back support, try and keep your butt tucked into the corner, keep your back straight, and when you start getting tired, try not to arch your back. You don't want to be bending your spine or twisting it in any way. You could cause yourself injury. Again, I don't know if you can see any detail coming out in the front delts. Relax the weights like that. I'll try and get those lines as deep as possible. They show out. They're pretty prominent on stage under the light, and that's good conditioning. Halfway there. Keep it slow. Never give up. Just push yourself past the pain. It's just a mental thing. I'm hoping you can see again how far we come from initially. From when I started, I showed you what the shoulders looked like when we hadn't worked out, and to where we are now. Certainly a big difference, at least in my mirror, if we're looking through the same lenses. So, pretty explosive. My fuel supply, unleaded. I felt the form started to go in the last couple of reps, and I don't train with a spotter, I train alone. So if I went up in weight, we're definitely going to lose form by middle of the set, by reps 6, 7 or 8, and my target is 12 at least. So we'll keep the weight the same, and like I preach always, keep the form tight. That's really important. If you're the strongest bodybuilder in the gym, don't mean you got the best body. That I promise you. It's an absolute guarantee. There's a lot of strong guys out there that look like I can feel being 2 weeks out from the show. I'm as you probably notice, the fatigue is pretty, kicks in sooner rather than in the off season, where you've got heaps of carbs in you and heaps of energy, and you can do an hour's workout or 45 minutes workout, blast it, no problem. But like I said, the water does helps with getting you through the workout, and it gives me spurts of energy throughout. So, do one more set, yeah. I would usually only do 3, but we're going to do one more set, seeing this is the only compound movement of the day. I was only going to do 3 sets here, but I feel I've got to do one more set because mentally I'm feeling tired, and I'm telling myself I'm tired, but you got to step above that and just take yourself over the edge. So that was going to be my last set for this exercise, but I'm going to do one more, and so should you. Don't work to a program, to a piece of paper that says do X, Y, Z. Don't just do that and leave the gym and think your job is done. Try and push yourself the extra mile. So I'll try and keep it as strict as possible, and with a bit of focus, we'll get another set done. Come on. One more. Absolutely anything in life is possible if you push yourself. Life in general. Put your mind to it, you can achieve it. And I just got to tell myself I'm not tired, and I could blast out a few more, but That was good. I'm happy with that set. The last compound exercise for today, and we're going to move on to some more superset stuff. So again, people, never give up. Push yourself that extra mile. It's for your own benefit. You cheat yourself. But if you push yourself, that's what counts at the end of the day. Next movement is a seated dumbbell shrug movement with a front flyer, front dumbbell movement. I'll show you. With this movement, try and keep your arms almost straight in front of you, just to a slight angle. And again, that claw grip movement. Keeping your chest on the pad at all times. Try and pause at the top. If you notice, the weights I'm using on this movement is known as ladies' weights. With the seated shrug movement, I do it seated at an angle, keeping my chest against or face against the bench, because it just hits the rear part of the trap, that is. Most people do shrug standing, and this is just hitting it from a different angle pretty much. Always try to change your workouts, hit the muscle group from a different angle, and that way you create growth, all-round growth, that is. So that felt good. You got to keep it slow and tight. Again, I'm feeling a little bit flat because the diet's kicking in and that, but we're going to keep driving on and get this workout done. I'll keep the weight the same because I just want to keep the form tight. Let's go. Let's do another set. Important to try and get a stretch at the bottom. When you come up, give it a squeeze and breathe all times. Obviously, you got to breathe, but in, squeeze, and out. We'll hit the rear delt as well, and the side delt. Oh, that feels really tight. Keep this one slow. Again, try and give it a squeeze at the top. And I promise you, you will feel the burn when you get halfway through the set. Notice my arms are not straight in front of me, they're just slightly out, but not too wide. And the finish is parallel to the ground. Important with this movement to keep your chest on the pad. The minute your chest comes off the pad, you start utilizing your back to get the reps out. So try and keep your chest on the pad until the last few reps. If your chest is coming off the pad, you're cheating slightly, but that's okay. But if it's coming off the pad from rep 2, the weight's too heavy. So drop the weights down. And that way, you get the best out of your workout. If you notice, you'll see there's a pump in the front delt, and also the side head and the traps. These are the traps, and then the rear delt. You can see the back head there. You can see that pretty clearly. You can see the separation. So we've got a pretty much an all-round workout. And then the traps, you can see so again, this is an unusual workout for me. I probably only do 3 movements for shoulders, a total of about 10 sets. The first exercise I'll do 4 movements because the first set is a warm-up, and then the next 2 movements I'll do 3 sets. So a total of 10. But today we've done a bit more, a lot of supersets as you've noticed, and only 1 compound press movement. But generally this is not my general shoulder workout. So today's just exclusive for you. Let's go one more set. Let's just top up here. Let's go. Halfway there. Until as you notice there, we've done an extra 3 reps. Just got a burst of energy there. Don't know what they put in this water these days, you know. Last set, 15 reps each. Not bad, eh? So, pretty chuffed with that. We're done with that for now. We're going to do one last, what I call a blitz set, superset, 30 reps, back to back, three of those, and then I hope to get 3 sets done because after this my shoulders will be absolutely fatigued. There'll be 0 left in the tank. So. Okay, our last and final movement is it's just a back-to-back superset. I'll do one and then explain to you, give you the rundown. It's just to hit all 3 heads of the shoulder, and like I said, superset, 10 reps each movement. But let me show you, and then it'll be clearer. Important to keep your back straight, chest up, head up, feet shoulder width apart approximately, just so you got a good base. And then if you keep an eye on how the dumbbell changes, the grip. The first movement, the grip is like this. Arm straight as possible. Change the grip. Just the reverse of what we've just done. The last movement is side lats. The claw grip at the top, you notice. That, people, is the ultimate killer. Oh, the burn is just, it's actually quite a nice pain, but again, I'll try and run through that with you. First movement is called a reverse grip. So the hands are pointing outwards, and you can see the detail in the front shoulder from the twist when you're basically rolling your shoulders and traps over at the top that you're twisting over. You can see that movement. Second movement is pushing it out. You're actually pushing it out that way, not up, pushing it out that way. And again, you'll see the detail in the shoulders from that movement. Rolling your arms now the opposite direction backwards, like that, when you get to the top end of the stroke. And then the side lateral targets the outer head, gives you more width in your shoulders. So then we do 3 sets of that, 10, 10, 10. The weight's extremely light because by now I'm pretty fatigued, so it'd be stupid trying to do heavy weights on a movement consisting of 30 reps. That really wouldn't be possible. So I'm hoping you can see at the top of the rep the detail in my shoulders coming out. So keep your arms straight all the way. Turn out, let's change. Reverse and push it out. That's like hot coals. We're going to do one more superset here, and for the set I will do it without a shirt on, and hopefully it will give you a bit more inside information as to how the muscles are working and moving. Supinated grip. I'm going to try to slow it down slightly. Change the grip. God. Come on. 12. Oh dear. 15. Well, that's a shoulder workout for today, and as you notice, done an extra 3 reps. Just mental drive to get those few extra reps out. I also believe that so you push yourself the extra mile, keep the water intake high, and I know I go on about it and preach, but it's really, 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 really important. So that's a shoulder workout for today. I'm happy with the workout. Done quite an intense workout considering I'm 2 weeks out from a show. It's a lot of work to do in one training session, but it was good, the form was good, it was tight, and that's what really matters. And I'm sure you can see a difference from when we initially came in here and what the shoulders looked like then to what they look like now. You can see the front delt is pretty pumped up. We've lost a slight bit of pump because we're fatigued. And then the outer head, I'm hoping you can see that, slightly wider than before. And then the rear delt, which is that over there, which is fairly explosive. And then the traps over here. That's pretty clear to me that everything is different from the time we walked in here. So I'm done for shoulders. I'm going to carry on doing some other work, but it's top secret, and I reckon it's time for you to leave.